What's good, everybody? It's Big Game James, man. I'm back in the building. You see the star right here. You see the star on the back. We're repping them Cowboys all day, getting ready for training camp. But it's summertime, and we interviewing all the big dogs in high school, man. And I got another one. I brought him back because his freshman year, he was an absolute animal. Had a little setback last season, but now this is the comeback season right here the next 2 years. I got my guy, Mr. Jeremiah Davis, hailing out of Lewisburg, Pennsylvania. How you doing, dog?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. How are
It's
you?
good to see you. Good to see you. Give everybody a little bit of background about yourself before we jump into the interview.
All right. My name is Jeremiah Davis. I'm a running back at Lewisburg High School in Lewisburg, Pennsylvania. My freshman season, I was first team All State, first team All Conference, basically everything first team. I was getting ready for my sophomore season, working hard, training this summer, and I was at a private invite actually at Penn State when on the last drill of the day I tore my ACL, tore basically everything in my knee off of one cut. So over the next 10 months, I've just worked my butt off to be able to get back here. And I feel like I'm definitely prepared.
All right, yeah. So that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the comeback season, but we're going to talk about a little bit of that freshman season. It kind of sucks in high school because in college you can redshirt and get that year back. In high school, you just lose the whole thing. That's the only drawback about high school is that if you get an injury, that year is gone, especially if like it's a major injury. So that's kind of tough. But let's talk about a few things in this interview. Obviously, this is a different type of interview because you missed your sophomore season due to injury. Kind of talk about that in your own words last season, and what was it like for you having to sit out?
So I first got the news. I was actually at practice. We were doing 2 days. We had done half the practice when I got a call from my mom. She said, "Step away from the team real quick." I stepped away and she broke the news. And I tore my ACL in June, but it wasn't until August that I knew it was torn.
Mm.
And so I had a feeling that it was torn. But when I just heard the news, it felt like it was brand new. Like it just hit me so hard. I started crying. My coach came over, was consoling me. But yeah, it was the worst feeling in the world because I was so excited for my sophomore season. I had big plans, and then just having to sit on the sideline, watching my teammates go through what they had to go through at times, not being able to help. That definitely was rough. But there were positives out of it. I was able to see a lot more being on the sideline than when I'm in the game, and I was able to see it from more of like a coach perspective, and see things from like a broader stance.
I like that, and you know what? That's if we can take anything out of that injury, like you said, you learned a lot of things off the field. Pumping your
Yeah.
teammates up, getting them together, seeing things that they don't see because they're on the field. You're actually seeing them, and it's giving you a different perspective. So I just feel like these next couple of years, with you being able to sit on the sidelines, being like a coach, it's going to give you a different perspective when you get on the field. You'll be able to see the game a little bit different because you saw it from the outside looking in. And I think that even though it was tough for the injury, I think there will be some good things that came out of that is in that aspect. But
So,
you told me before, we communicated when the injury happened, but you actually was going crazy. You had like a crazy game, had like 5 touchdowns or something like that, 300 yards rushing or something like that, and didn't even know you tore it. Talk about that.
exactly. I was at multiple scrimmages, multiple 7-on-7s, multiple camps, playing with it torn. I'd be fine running forward, and then I take one cut and it pop out, and then I just think, oh, it's whatever. I'll stand back up, pop out. Yeah, but I was playing on it for a good 2 months.
Ooh, you a beast, bro. To know that you played 2 months on a torn ACL, you know how tough you
So,
are, man. So that's just going to just make you even stronger coming back. Well, let's talk about that comeback. So, how is the knee right now?
honestly, so I'm left footed,
Mhm.
and I tore my left ACL, left ACL, left meniscus, all that. But because the fact that I'm left footed and I did so much rehab, my left leg is actually stronger than my right leg right now. I've done all my testing. I passed all my tests in the flying colors. I have a clean bill of health. I'm fully cleared to play, and I feel good. I feel faster. I feel stronger. I'm able to cut. All of that.
Now, I want to ask you this because a lot of players, when they come back, they wear the brace. Is that something that you're going to wear?
So right now for like camps in the summer, I've been wearing my brace just as a precaution. I don't want to risk it at all during the
Right.
season. But my doctor has already said it'll be like optional. I do not all need to wear it. So I'll be over a year out by the first game. So it's really just a mental thing. If I feel like I need to wear it at that point, then I'd wear it. If I feel like I don't, I don't need to.
And see, that's what that was my next question because see, let's keep it real. I've been injured. I never tore a ACL, but I have had some injuries, and I know when you come back from the injury, especially if it's a knee, ankle, anything like that, you tend to. It's the mind game. You know what I'm saying? It's the mind game because you're thinking, cuts now. You're thinking about the knee or the ankle, and I hear a lot of professional athletes, college athletes say, "Hey, I had to get over the mental hurdle of the injury, so I could just play free and natural because in the back of my mind, I was thinking about the injury." Obviously, you haven't touched the field as far as the actual game, but do you think you're going through that right now, or do you think that's going through your head a little bit?
Oh, for sure. I mean, that was a big thing, even just a couple months back. My mom's actually helped a lot with that. She works at a college, so she knows a bunch of psychologists and therapists, and
Mhm.
there are therapists and psychologists that like specialize in trauma therapy,
Mhm.
and so it's literally like neurological things that can help you heal through that, and so
Mhm.
it helped a ton like tremendously with me just being able to be comfortable because that's my biggest thing. Physically, I'm there. It's just the mental aspect, but on the other hand, I feel like mentally the fear is not going to really go away until you get hit for the first time.
Exactly.
So like
Exactly.
exactly. So it's almost good that I'm thinking about it, because anyone's gonna think about that when you tear something in your knee. I feel like after I get hit the first time, all that will go.
Exactly. Exactly. Now, big injury. Obviously, you sat out last season. How did the team do? And now that you're back, what's kind of the feeling of the outlook for the 2024 season?
Um, the team that I play on has a lot of athletes. We're a fast team. We're a young team. Um, our schedule, we had one of the hardest schedules in our area. So things got rough at some times, I'm not gonna lie. And it was hard watching that sometimes, just knowing like I could be there and try to contribute as much as I can.
Mhm.
But our team pushed through a lot of adversity. Our starting lineman, who's actually committed to Westchester, towards ACL about I think
Oh
5 games
man.
in. Exactly. I mean, I got injured. We had our quarterback missed a couple games. And so we went through a lot of adversity, but we were able to push through that.
Hmm.
We still ended up making the playoffs. And so I think our team did well with the circumstances we were in. We went through a lot of adversity, but I mean, this year, I just want to do everything that I can to help. And I think we have the potential to be really good. We're fast and we're young, so
Nice, nice. So a lot of people got some good experience, and even through the injuries, that's where other people can step up. So when the next year comes, they've already got that game experience, so they're not wide eyed, when they jump in. So going into this season, you went crazy as a freshman, as a kick returner, punt returner, man, dog. You was phenomenal, dog. Like for real. You don't hear about freshmen making first team all state. You just don't hear
mm,
that. I don't care where you play. You just don't hear it. And go watch the tape, folks. Dude is phenomenal. So going into this season, are you going to still be in the kick return, punt return aspect, or are you going to focus more on strictly running back?
mhm. I mean, if I'm being honest, with the production I had at kick return, um, I mean, it really wouldn't really be like optimal to the team to have me not at kick return just because
Hmm.
I'm able to, special teams is a big part of the game. And
Right.
so if I'm able to take kicks back productively, then I might as well do that to the best of my abilities. And so I think yes, I will still continue to kick return, punt return. But my main focus this year is going to be our running back. Um,
Got you.
I'm hopefully going to have a big workload. And so at times I might do every other kick return, something like that, just as I'm getting back in shape and conditioning. But yeah, I most definitely want to focus on both.
Okay, okay. Now I would think that they probably would bring you along slowly at the kick return, punt return, because I'm gonna just keep it real, dog. I'm a Cowboys fan. When CeeDee Lamb, he punt return, he kick return, Deion Sanders, all them guys, Dez Bryant, we would all say, man, don't let him punt return and kick return, dog. Just let him play because that's when the freak injuries be happening. Just don't let him do that. We need him for the game. You feel me? We need him for that. Do you feel a little bit of that with that position now? In your own mind?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's more of like from the conditioning aspect. So I'm not gonna lie, I mean, up until like for months, I wasn't allowed to run and stuff. And just PT stuff for your leg for ACL tear isn't really the same as football conditioning. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Football conditioning is pretty rough, but I feel like as I get conditioned towards the beginning of the season, I'll be able to expand my workload.
Okay. Yeah. So, are you going to be the man at the running back, dog, or what? Is everybody waiting for Jeremiah? Like, Jeremiah, we can't wait for y'all to come back, dog. Our team was okay, but when you come back, we're gonna take it to the top. Is that the feeling right now?
I definitely I think so. I mean, we have a lot of fast and great athletes who can play the running back position, so we can switch out and just have different players who be able to hit the ball. But I feel like one of my strong points is just like home run hitting plays. It builds back that level of excitement that we didn't have last year because I got injured.
Yeah, you definitely a highlight machine, dog. Like I said, you were taking punt kick returns 90, 85, 89. He ain't taking them back like 20, 30 yards, folks. He's taking them back 100 yards to the house and that speed, you know what I mean? So have you lost any of that? Have you where's your speed at right now? Because a lot of people kind of worry about that, when they got a knee injury, especially playing a running back position. How do you feel about, with your speed, your cutting ability? How you feel in that area?
Speed wise, I'm actually faster than I was. I mean, I've always been naturally fast, so I've never had to worry about form. But while I was injured and rehabbing, I took the opportunity to get with a speed trainer. He's a really well respected speed trainer. He's I don't know if you know Julian Fleming out of Ohio State. He's trained him.
Yes.
Yeah, he's trained some of the best athletes. It's right like 20 minutes away from me, and so going there has just helped me build up speed. And I'm actually faster than I was before I was injured.
Nice. Now, folks, you heard what he said. He said he actually faster. So you opponents, y'all in trouble. Y'all about to get the business this year. And he on a mission. He missed last year. Oh, he on a mission this year. But let's talk about it. Obviously, we said you were first team All-State as a freshman. Not an easy thing. You don't hear about freshmen being first team All-State. Nothing. So the fact that you did that, it was huge. But you missed last season. Do you got a chip on your shoulder?
100%. I mean, I always play with a chip on my shoulder. But just seeing what happened last year, not being able to play, and all that didn't really hit until, I'm being honest, even like right before the season started a couple weeks ago, I was sitting in my room and I just started thinking about the season, and missing it, and I just got so mad.
Right.
And so I'll transfer that into energy towards this season. So I'm definitely going to be running angry for sure.
Nice. Now, you mentioned a little bit about camps. Have you attended any camps so far? And kind of what's the mindset with yourself with the camps? And even okay, so you had an injury, and if you're attending camps, what's your mindset going into these camps? What do you really want to show coming off the injury going into these camps if you're attending any?
So I have been attending camps. I actually just got back from the camp yesterday. It was a camp up in Kutztown. It was about 4 days, and there were a lot of college coaches there. And so that was a great opportunity. I think most of what I want to show going to camps is just, I still have the burst and explosiveness, and that a knee injury hasn't made me less powerful as that.
Nice. So how do you feel like you did at the camps, post injury?
I feel like, hold on, I'm just gonna, my computer is bad.
You good?
But, yeah, I feel like I was able to. All right, that's right. So at the camp, at first I played with my first knowledge, I did take it off at the time, and I feel like I definitely showed people because I had people coming up to me and be like, "How are you, that fast and especially after injury?" So I feel like that's definitely helped. And then it's even more impressive, if I'm at the same a better caliber as I was, after injury. So I think that helps a lot.
Nice, nice, and we're excited to see what you're doing, especially if you feel like you're bigger, stronger, because you did get bigger. I seen you.
Mm.
You definitely have gotten bigger from last year, so that's definitely going to help you as well. Being able to deal with the grind. If you're getting 20, 30 carries in a game, you're going to have to carry that load. So you know that size is definitely going to help you. Also, you got 2 seasons left. What's your thought pattern with these last 2 seasons? What does Jeremiah Davis want to accomplish in his last 2 seasons?
Um, hmm. I mean, the simple answer is touchdowns. If I'm being honest, touchdowns. I want to be like a big play scoring machine, just be able to score a lot. Also show that I'm be a leader the last 2 years. I'm an upperclassman now. So I got to be able to lead. I think I I, I feel like I have the ability, to be a natural leader. So I think that's just
Okay, okay. Now, as we kind of get ready to close this interview, and I definitely thank you for taking out time. I know you're hella busy. We've been going back and forth on Twitter. It's been crazy, but that's all good. That's my dog. So we was eventually going to make it happen anyway. So, kind of give me your thoughts on, we talked about this before on the first interview, but I still going to ask it. I'll always ask it again. Um, who motivates Jeremiah besides Jeremiah? Who helps? Jeremiah is obviously a very motivated person. But who else motivates Jeremiah to say, you know what, when I want to quit, or maybe when it hurts, you're going through a knee injury, that pain is tough when you're doing the rehab. Who else kind of gave you that inspiration to keep going?
it. I mean, obviously, my family motivates me a lot. My grandpa has helped a ton through this. She's an orthopedic surgeon, so he knows all about body and how to rehab and all that. He takes me to all my PT appointments. So he's definitely he makes sure that I'm doing those and stuff. So he's helping. And then just to put on my mind, that I have to get back if I want to be able to fulfill God, dream of fulfilling.
Nice, nice. We love moms. Salutes to moms, especially when she taking you over to that area where it was definitely giving you mental health.
Exactly.
Getting your mental strong, be able to deal with the injury mentally. A lot of people don't do that. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is the first time I heard that. So that's amazing that your mom was doing that for your own mental psyche. So shout out to your mom, your family. Shout out to your grandfather being an orthopedic surgeon. That's got to be great because, like you said, he can give you the ins and outs on the knee. What do you need to do with the knee? What kind of drills? How to not go too hard, too light. So you got a great support system with that to let really know how to treat the knee and not go too hard or not go overboard, so you don't stress the knee. So you're in a perfect spot. So shout out to the family and shout out to the support system doing that for you. Um, is there any last words? Any last shout outs you want to give before we kind of head off here today?
I mean, obviously, shout out to my team. We're definitely gonna get it done this year. I can't wait to see what's in store for us. My family, of course. Shout out to you for having me on here. I always love being on. And just watch out for me next year.
Yeah, for sure, man. Let me tell you something. Jeremiah's a dog. Go onto his Twitter. You'll be able to see his freshman highlights. Dude's wheels are ridiculous. And if he's saying that he's faster than he was freshman year, y'all in trouble because that man was mighty fast. He's a big play waiting to happen. He gets his hands on the ball. It's like he was taking it to the house like no other. And we can't wait to see the comeback story. And the good thing about it is, Jeremiah, we hate that you lost year, but the good thing about it was that it was a young year. It was a sophomore year. It wasn't like your senior season. You know what I mean? So as much as we hated to see that, at least it happened in the early stages where you still got 2 years to bounce back and make it happen and put yourself back on the map and let everybody know not to forget about you. Because guess what? Y'all didn't see me last year, but I'm coming back with like a tornado, a typhoon. You feel me? You about to go crazy this year, dog, and I can't wait to see it. I really appreciate you taking out your time. Make sure you stay blessed and healthy. Take care of yourself for your camps as we get ready for the season. We can't wait to see you do it. Also, we talked about this before. whatever tape you can get. If you can post it on your Twitter, whatever tape you can get, please post that. Because I do a compilation of videos and I show all the high school athletes in the compilation of videos, tag all recruiting services, kind of continue to get your name out there and let everybody know who they are seeing, and better not forget who you are, because you play in one of the toughest football states in Pennsylvania. That's a football state. So you play a lot of good competition. And we definitely want to see you get that scholarship to your dream school, East Carolina. I remember you telling me that. My dog is over there. Mr. Wood, and he has potential to go to NFL, and I'm excited about that. So we're playing blessings that you get that offer, because they had a little guy over there named Kevon. I can't remember if it was Kevon Mitchell or whatever. He was a small guy, about 5'6", 5'7". Beast though, just got drafted as well. So East Carolina puts those guys in the pros. So we're praying blessings that you go to your dream school and they throw an offer, because once they see what you do, if they had Mitchell over there, they definitely need to bring you on board. So without further ado, for myself, Big Game James, and Mr. Jeremiah Davis, we're going to be talking to you soon on the Who's Who. Talk to you soon. We out. Peace.